Hey, welcome to another episode of Lunch Break. I'm Jay.
And I'm Marie.
Today we're going to go over some more unpopular opinions. I kind of like this subreddit. I think it shows a deep dive into the psyche of the human mind, or just like some really dumb opinions that we're going to talk about here. And I think the overall theme is that friendship in adulthood is kind of hard. I picked two that I think kind of go hand in hand together. Are you ready to check these out?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Making friends as an adult isn't hard. People just don't try.
I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, to get a little personal, you and I actually had kind of a conversation about this. And maybe we could touch on that a little bit after we read what's in here.
Yeah, I'm curious the opinion of OP.
A lot of adults complain that making friends after school or college is impossible, but I don't think that's true. The real issue is that most adults stop putting in the effort. Friendships don't magically appear. You have to reach out, follow up, and be willing to get uncomfortable. We act like kids have some special ability to form friendships, but the truth is that they're just forced into constant interaction and don't overthink it. As adults, we have even more opportunities. Workplaces, gyms, hobbies, community events, but most people would rather go home, scroll on their phones, and then complain about being lonely. I get that life gets busy and people have families or demanding jobs, but saying it's impossible to make friends as an adult feels like an excuse. If someone genuinely makes the effort, they'll usually find connections. It's not that hard, it's just that most people stop trying. I'll be honest about myself, I kind of fall into that camp where I think I even say it's hard to make friends as an adult. I mean, as someone that feels that way, I kind of agree with what they're saying. What do you think?
It's not impossible to find friends when you're adult, but it's more complicated. And there was a couple valuable options why. Because kids not overthinking. It's just a little bit more complicated to figure it out what's your interests outside of the job and family. And when you find the interest, you can find the friends. It's the same who playing video games like online. They find the friends just because they have the same interests. And they maybe have those friends outside of the game. It's just figure it out what you want to do outside of your work. What do you interested in? Because friends, it's the same interest. That's the reason why kids have friends easily. Their
Right.
interests really similar, and most of the kids.
I like eating snacks and playing outside.
Yes, they're like I like poking dirt with stick. I don't know. It's like that's what kids likes to do. I like climbing trees. Oh, me too. Let's go climb that tree. That's how it happened. In the school time, you
Right.
kind of in an environment that you don't have outside stuff. And most of the stuff you have in your life, it's like a work. Why we make friends at work? Sometimes, not all the time. Because we kind of locked in our little society, it's a school. Yeah, we feel like these people are our friends. And after school, not a lot of people still gonna be friends. There's not a lot of friendship after school that go longer than 5 years after, because you're gonna have another interests, you're gonna have another people who support your interest, you have a college, and now you have this another society that you locked in. And when you grow up, it became a little bit more complicated. Not impossible. I will say that it's not impossible, but it's a little bit more complicated because talking and socializing takes so much energy.
I kind of agree with all the excuses this person makes. It is hard. I mean, I get it. You got to put effort into it, and you got to find your friends where you can find them, right? Like for me, and we actually kind of spoke about this almost at length today. I feel like I kind of fall into that boat where I find it really hard to make friends. And in the past, I've made friends with people in the workplace, but then that's all your friendship becomes about. And I'm not saying people who bond over that are uninteresting or bad, but just kind of as I get older, it's just where I am in life, I just go to work because I want to pay the bills, and my interests are building this channel. And if you want to help us do that, make sure you comment, subscribe,
and share.
Please do. But yeah, I want to find people that are kind of like more
In the same
into,
boat.
yeah, into what we're doing. And we're putting ourselves out there. We're trying. Like I said, I try not to be like rude about it at work, but like it's just, it is a lot of effort and it is a lot of risk too. Like you put yourself out there, you try to be friends with someone, and then you find out like, oh, it's not like I don't like this person, but like I don't think we're gonna have much conversation outside of what work is. Like I said, I'm friendly with people at work. I'm not like this curmudgeon who just like hangs out in the corner and doesn't talk to anybody. I'm friendly. I agree, it's not impossible. And there's other places and aspects that the OP mentions, like at your gym. If you do hobbies, if you go to any groups or anything, maybe we can build an online community, r/lunchbreak_GSP. Check it out. Help us out there. Post some stuff. If you want us to read your story, post it there too. Just a little shameless plugs there, if you don't mind. Little self-promotion. Yeah, like you said, Marie, it's not impossible. It's just, you got to be willing to put yourself out there, like OP says. It's a lot of effort. You just got to, I got to practice what I'm preaching here. You got to put the effort in. But yeah, like also too, protect your time. Like don't just try to be friends with everybody because you feel like you need friends. You don't want to become friends with the wrong people, I think. I strongly agree with that. You don't want to waste your energy on something that's not going to be good for you ultimately. Like another personal thing, like I used to drink and I've had drinking buddies, and then when I stopped drinking,
They're not buddies anymore?
Right. Right. And not to say that's bad or anything, but like our common interest became going out and drinking, which is not a bad thing with, in itself, but it's just not what I felt like would help me kind of move forward in my life and do, certain things. And I hope that, I'm 34, like I'm not at the end of the line here, but I hope I can find friends. I think that's a good place to leave this segment. I hope I can find friends that have similar interests as me. And yeah, like OP said, it's not impossible. It just takes effort, right? All right, and here's the next one. Being late is disgustingly normalized among friends.
Disagree.
I kind of agree. Let's read. Less so for work and such, more so among friends. It seems like most friend groups always have a handful of people who just show up 15 to 30 minutes late to hang out. I find it incredibly disrespectful, mainly when they're consistently late. I think it's more normalized among friends because it's not professional in any way. Whenever I speak up and try to call them out for being consistently late and inconsiderate, it's casually brushed away. I can't fathom the idea of being late to anything, and am always apologetic on the rare occasion I am. So you disagree. How do you feel about lateness when it comes to social hangouts and social settings?
I don't like it, but it doesn't mean I can be late. I don't think it's normalized among friends.
Well, he's saying like, and this is the kind of example that I would draw from it. Hey, I'm gonna throw a party at my place starting at 7. Mm-hmm. Please come at 7. I'm gonna end the party around 10. And people show up like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I think like whenever people set up like a specific time to do something, mm-hmm. I think people still kind of show up like with the lateness like you would if you were just like, hey, I'm at this bar, come meet me here when you get a chance. There's kind of like a difference between that and like setting up a time. I'm kind of with this person, like I like to set times for when I'm going to do stuff. Like whenever we've had people over, it's like, hey, come at 7:30. And they come at like 8:15 and it's like, oh, hey, I'm finally here. And it's like, oh, we've been waiting for you. So like, I get it. And like, I also understand that like, things can happen. You're getting ready, like you're running behind. But like, I think what he's saying is that there's people in his life that are consistently like that. What do you feel about that?
It's not okay. Being late, not okay. There's people who's okay with that. And it's not okay. They okay with that. Try to be late for them. They're going to be pissed off. Trust me, they're going to be pissed off. Because they don't want for someone late to their party, but they can be late to someone else's party. You know what I mean? And if you know that they come later, just put the time a little bit earlier.
It's actually funny that you said that, because this one commenter said, I had this friend some years back. I started telling him every event started an hour earlier, and he showed up right on time, apologizing for being late. The first time, when I told him that he was actually on time because I accounted for habitual tardiness, he was hella pissed. But after a few times, he conceded that he deserved to be handled in this way. So
When you sit and wait until someone comes. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like me personally, like I get it if it's like, hey, I'm gonna be at this place, like meet me when you get a chance. But like if you have a set time for an event, like whenever I set a time for an event or something like that, like it's like come at that time. It's not a suggestion. That just depends on the kind of friends you have too, right? And that's why it's so hard finding friends as an adult sometimes, because some friends don't appreciate schedules.
What if someone just think, oh, everyone gonna be late, so why I come early, like why I come on time, I'm gonna sit and wait if I can just come later. And in the end, everyone come later.
Because if everyone came on time, that wouldn't be a problem.
Exactly.
Everyone should just assume everyone's coming on time. That's just how I feel. And maybe that's why it's hard for me to make friends.
I mean, it's just basic respect.
Yeah.
To time the person who's invite you, or to those people who come first.
I get what he's saying with the title, like it's becoming normalized. I mean, there's like the phrase like fashionably late. I think 15 minutes is okay. I'll concede to that. 15 minutes is fine. But like coming 30, 45 minutes, an hour later.
2 hours.
Like if you give me a heads up, all right, cool, we'll accommodate you. If you're calling me and it's like, hey, there's traffic on the way, like it's gonna take me a little bit longer to get there, I'm not even gonna check Google Maps if you let me know. I'll just believe you. but just be considerate of other people's time. At least that's what I think. So that being said, I want to be considerate of your time. It's time for you to go clock back into your job. We really appreciate you joining us for this lunch break. We hope you enjoyed your tuna fish sandwich. Yuck. And we hope to see you on the next episode of Lunch Break.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.